All right, guys, so I'm back in the garden. I've got the Union garden all cleaned up and it's looking so pretty. I forgot about the entryway garden, but I got that cleaned up too and it wasn't that bad. We just had tons of leaves and debris that kind of just get stuck into like little nooks and crannies. When you have a lot of plants, after your garden sort of grows in and gets really big over the years, you just have a lot of obstacles for all of those leaves and debris to sort of get cleaned out every year. So I got most of it cleaned out, and I think the plan now is to move on and we are going to do some edging of our border. So I've got my little moon edger here, and this is a tool that we use every single year in the garden. Usually before we compost or mulch, we'll go along all the edges of our beds and just really sort of carve this in. Carve out a new nice line around all of the beds. You'll notice on your borders that if you have grass, it sort of creeps up into your gardens as the time goes on. So this is a great tool to sort of cut that out, and then also to sort of dig just like a 3-inch little trench right along the edges of all of your garden borders. And that way, when I come in and put the compost down, it just lays right in that trench and then it looks beautiful against the grass. So I'm gonna get this started. I will plan to get some compost done today. What I was hoping was to move on to the front yard and clean the front yard out and all of those gardens and then be able to compost everything all at once. But we have some rain coming and I have a huge pile of compost that I am afraid is gonna get sort of washed away. So I think the goal is now to get all of our borders edged in the back garden and then go ahead and start laying some compost back here. That way, if the rain comes, I can throw a tarp over it and we should be safe. Here we go. All right, guys, I'm back in the garden again today, and you guys just saw me finish up all the edging. We've got fresh borders along all of our gardens in the back here, and just look, it looks so nice. I just love when everything sort of has a defined edge. It just makes all the difference in the world. You guys just saw me for the cottage garden on the back of the house. That is pretty much the one garden that we have that is just a defined 74 inches from the house. And actually, I just extended it to 74 inches, about a foot, because this garden has always been a little bit shallow. we may put the parterre garden here. And so I'm sort of planning for like how this will look with a new walkway a little bit farther from the house. So I thought this was a perfect time. Honestly, when you're defining these borders every single year, I feel like that's the perfect time to say, okay, like what has grown in the garden, and has it sort of encroached on the walkways, and do we need to sort of extend it a little bit? And that way you have a new border, and then you have new opportunity for planting petunias or annuals, whatever you want along that border, and sort of extending the garden and making it look just bigger and bulkier and more beautiful. So for this garden, you guys saw me string a line between two poles, and that was because I just wanted to make sure that it was the actual on one side, and the other side it was the same exact distance from the house, and then we sort of curved it around into the edge. So that was just the easiest way to do that. And you actually saw me also with the half moon sort of edger. I sort of take that and scrape it underneath the roots of the grass if I ever have to remove grass from any area in the yard. That sort of prevents, it makes it easier to remove the grass. Obviously that's a small space, so we're not gonna rent like a grass cutter for that space. So doing it that way makes it so that I don't remove so much of the ground soil from that area. I'm kind of just scraping the roots at the bottom of that grass, pulling that, and then we'll compost it. So it'll come right back to dirt eventually. So now that I've got all of the beds defined, I think it's finally time to start pouring compost. All right, guys, so here I am with our enormous pile of dirt. This is just compost. We get this bulk compost from Site One Landscape Supply. I believe Site One is actually nationwide. They supply to a lot of landscape designers and people who do like commercial landscape work. So we get a lot of our bulk mulch and bulk compost directly from Site One. They just back up, as you guys saw, and dump it in the driveway for us every year. And actually, it's a pretty good cost. So rather than having to buy a pallet of individual bags and sort of dump those in individually, we just have this delivered, and it's been really, really great since we've done it. So we put compost on the garden probably once a year, and we try to alternate between black mulch, and that's really just because we like the look of the darker soil on the garden. It really makes all the plants pop, and it's just really pleasing. We just love the way that it looks. So we try to either use black mulch or our bulk compost here, and that has been really good for our soil. You guys know that we have really dark red clay soil, and so we have noticed over time that sort of doing this layering of compost once a year and mulch at a different time of the year is improving that soil over time, and it's making it at least looser and easier to work with, and probably more healthy for our plants. So honestly, soil maintenance is something that we are focusing more and more on, because that's obviously what is fueling our plants and giving them all of their nutrients. So we want to make sure that they have a good start. So typically what I do here is take my snow shovel. This has been the best investment for this process, just because you can get a ton of soil on this, put it in the gorilla cart, take it back to its place, and then what I do is scoop it right back up and just sort of throw it across the garden. That way we're not putting like a super thick layer on areas that don't need it. This sort of just glides right across the soil, looks super fresh, and then I'll come along and spread it out if I need to. So we're gonna get this scooped, and I'm gonna take it to the back garden. Let's do it. guys, hopefully you have been enjoying this show. I feel like this is probably pretty comedic to watch because I figured out a few years ago that if I sort of throw the compost out of the snow shovel just right, it covers a really large area at one time. So it's like almost like it's raining compost on the area. So it smooths it out super, super evenly, and it just looks really nice in the garden, as you can tell. But I'm sure I look a little ridiculous doing it, so I hope you guys got a laugh out of that. But we're almost done with the peninsula. I feel like I'm only gonna complete the peninsula today and in this video, and then we'll come back and finish all the rest in next week's video. But I'm really, really proud of how far I've come. I mean, the garden looks so much better with this fresh compost on it. And we got the Union garden, the cottage garden, and I think I'm gonna finish the peninsula today. So I wanted to say that behind me, where I'm about to do the area just around our Carolina Sweetheart Redbud, and this area is where we had the two giant trees, if you remember. We had the sweet gum, and then we had the ligustrum taken out. And that was just last year. And so I know it seems like this area has been here for a long time and pretty established, but it was just last year that we took those two giant trees out. And what has happened around the area, the ground has sunk down, and it's really just because there are lots of roots and things underneath the ground, and just that organic material is breaking down from those trees. And so of course, over time, the ground is sort of sinking in different areas and it's very uneven. So if you see like some holes back here, what I'm gonna do is just really try as hard as I can to use the compost to level that out and really bring it up to all the same height. It'll just be much better for runoff for how we water all of this, so that there's not sort of like pools of water happening, and it'll look better too. So I just wanted to make sure you guys sort of understood why I was piling compost on this area before I started doing it, but I'm gonna get to it. All right, guys, I believe I have reached a stopping point. I did not get the peninsula completely done. I'm gonna have to come back tomorrow and finish that, and probably some more of the garden, and we'll show you that next week. But I think I got enough done that I'm happy. I am pooped, so I'm gonna call it a night. It's getting a little bit dark, and I wanna go ahead and cover up our compost too to make sure that it doesn't wash away. But hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you guys just like seeing the garden sort of come together. This is what we do every spring around this time, and it just feels so fresh, and it feels like spring is on the horizon and good things are coming, and I don't know, it just feels happy. So hopefully you guys enjoyed it. If you don't already, make sure you subscribe to our channel, and that's it for today. From our garden to yours, we'll see you soon. Bye guys.